way that will be implemented in the classroom. Teachers follow a specific instructional design. The teachers are the one who create instruction in the classroom for student learning. They need to consider some factors more effective teaching, like the differences of student intellectual level. For the teachers to give clear and specific instructions, it is necessary to align the instruction to the standards. Aligning the learning to the standards after that higher learning will be obtained. The instruction should be clear and aligned with the standards and grade level of students. Pupils as participants of the learning process should display the development of skills from the instruction presented by the teacher. The instruction that every teacher is made for pupils, so it is important that in every activities it develop pupils. Instructional design for physical education and health. Instruction is a plan of the teacher to provide organized teaching and learning activities. It said here that instruction is a plan for student learning and for teachers effective teaching. An organized instruction should be implemented for student learning. It should be attainable and it motivates learners. The activities in the instruction should assist the pupils in learning knowledge and moving this knowledge from short-term to long-term memory. Activities should retain to students for long-term where they can apply it in real-life situations. Instructional design is the creation of learning experiences which will result in the application of knowledge. The best instrument in designing instruction is the teacher, that the teacher must ready and effective in teaching. Components of instructional design. Number 1, analysis. These components include why training and learning instruction are required. It should be clear to the teachers what are the target goals to achieve. It's also important for pupils to know why they need to do the activities or tasks. Everything must be clear and reasonable. Number 2, design and development. This covers everything from the actual design and layout for instruction materials. These include the materials that you need to consider in designing instruction to implement it effectively. Number 3, evaluation. It focuses on determining if the learning process is successful or not. In this stage, teacher will know if his or her teaching strategy is effective and if student learned. Here, teacher will know if there is need to change in teaching styles or improve. This is important for pupils' development.
Okay. So my report today is all about significance of instructional design for teachers and pupils. What is instructional design? Instructional design aims to make learning easier for pupils. It also enhances instruction delivery by developing meaningful lessons that help pupils get through irrelevant content. Okay, so I know that instructional design, I know that all of us is familiar with this instructional design. Okay, so when we say instructional design, simply ito yung proseso ng pagtuturo. Okay, so saan ka mag-uumpisa, saan natapos yung unang step na ginawa mo, anong isusunod mong gagawin, pagkatapos nun, anong gagawin mo ulit, di ba? And after all of these processes, okay, so, and after all of these processes, what will you do at the end of your lesson? Okay, so for example, okay, so let's say the basic education, let's say that as a future teacher, we just don't lecture our students. Okay, so there are the steps, there are the process that we follow based on studies, based on scientific evidences, and based on teacher what right way of teaching or instruction. Okay, so next is other benefits that teachers can get from a well-developed instructional design. Okay, so the first one is teacher must not assume that similar problems will occur all the time. Okay, so ibig sabihin, kailangan daw si teacher ay hindi siya nag-assume or nag-expect ng pare-parehong problema. So, kailangan si teacher daw ay dapat palaging ready. Kunyari, si teacher is may nakalimutan ng sa kanyang lesson. Ngayon, si teacher, kailangan niyang mabilis mag-isip, and then kung kaya pa namang isingit, for example, activity, hindi siya na-discuss, so kailangan niya munang isingit muna yon, and then i-discuss niya na ulit. Yun yung ibig sabihin nito. Next, teachers should use interactive strategies that will encourage children to participate in the learning process. Okay, so kailangan daw yung gagamitin strategies ni teacher sa kanyang pagtuturo is nakaka-engganyo sa mga bata. Yung kailangan, pag nagturo na si teacher, nandyan na yung present din ng mga bata sa kanya. And then, dapat yung lesson na gagawin niya is hindi boring. Kailangan may mga paunti-unting games para kahit papano, di ba? Natututo sila at the same time is nag-i-enjoy sila. Next is, teachers as instructional designers must be result-driven. Okay, so si teacher daw ay kailangan ay para siyang instructional designer. So kailangan may result agad. So kailangan si teacher pag nagturo is 100% ready. So kailangan si teacher 'di ba pag instructional design kailangan maganda, creative, may dating, ganun. So, kailangan si teacher, ganun din, katulad siya ng IMs niya. Next is, teacher must be consistent. Okay, so pag sinabing teacher must be consistent, kailangan si teacher ay confident siya dun sa ginawa niyang IMs and dun sa lesson na kanyang ituturo dun sa mga bata dun sa araw na yun. So, kailangan si teacher ay palaging niyang pinaghahandaan yung mga IMs na meron siya or lesson na kanyang gagawin. Okay, so next is designing. Okay, so when we say designing, an effective instructional plan for physical education and health is both exciting and fun. Okay, so sa pagdidesign daw ng epektibong IM, especially sa PE nga, masaya ito at exciting kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, ang PE is games, may mga games, activities, so kailangan sa PE, especially sa PE is dapat nakaka-engage. Siyempre, sa iisipin ng mga bata is sa PE may mga games, ganon. Okay, so these are the plan to be successful in teaching. Number 1 is formulate goals and structure. So, kailangan daw si teacher ay dun sa book na meron sila is kailangan niya munang pag-aralan, i-formulate niya muna kung ano yung mga gagawin para kapag ituturo niya na is planado na, alam na, and then diretso na yung pagtuturo. Next is keep the activity interesting. Okay, so sabi ko nga sa inyo ulit kanina, sa PE, di ba, naisip ng mga bata yun is mga games, is na sports. So, kailangan, pag nagtuturo tayo, or pag nagtuturo si teacher, okay, so next is, always put assessment in mind. Okay, so, kailangan si teacher, pagkatapos niya dapat mag-discuss ng kanyang itinuro sa buong araw na yun, kailangan si teacher ay magpa-assessment para malaman niya kung yung mga estudyante niya ba, or kung yung naituro niya ba sa araw na yun is may natutunan ba yung mga estudyante niya. Next is, be open to change. Okay, so ibig sabihin niyan, okay, so ibig sabihin ng be open to change is, kailangan, di ba, last year, nagturo ka sa PE. Yung mga IMs na ginawa mo doon is, pwede mo siyang palitan ngayong taon kasi syempre hindi naman pare-pareho yung mga lesson na tinatapik araw-araw. So, dapat, para mas maging effective yung pagtuturo nyo ngayon, kailangan Huwag nyo nang gagamitin yung dati nyong ginawa. Lalo na kapag hindi naman connected dun sa lesson na ituturo nyo.